Hello everyone, my name is Farrell Fileas, and as part of my personal project, I will be making this tutorial video on how to compose songs. If you're watching this video, I'm gonna be assuming that you can already play the guitar. If you can't play the guitar, well, might as well learn it now because it's a really easy instrument, trust me, and it's gonna be very useful. But seriously though, this video is going to be quite difficult if you don't know how to play the guitar. In any case, I hope you know at least a little something about chords because that's gonna be the most important lesson in this video. So yeah, let's begin. The first thing to note is that although songs may sound different, their chords are most likely the same. For instances, the chords of Jessie J's Price Tag and Jason Mraz's I'm Yours is exactly the same, which is 1-5-6-4 pattern. So what's the 1-5-6-4 pattern, you ask? Well, I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so 1-5-6-4, to understand that you first need to know scales. So if you write it in C major, it's gonna look like this, like that. So it's Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, Si, Do, but we musicians usually call it C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then go back to C. Now I mark the C as 1, D as 2, E as 3, F as 4, and etc. But this all depends on what key you're playing in. This pattern only applies if you are playing in C major. It will change if you are playing, let's say, in G major or D major, E major, etc. If you're just starting out in the guitar, most likely you already know how to play G, E minor, C, D, sometimes even A minor. Now all these chords are used in the key of G, and they will be very useful while composing. Most of you probably know that the chords are divided into major and minor. Now, how do I know if we're gonna play in major or minor? Well, it all depends on the song, but usually it goes like this. 1 is in major, 2 is in minor, 3 is in minor, 4 is in major, 5 is in major, 6 is also in minor, and the 7, you really rarely use that. It's usually just went along with the 5th note, so that's also major. So I guess in other words, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is equivalent to it's Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. And that's really important, so you might want to learn that. So the first note in G, the key of G, is obviously G. And then it's A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then G. And that's actually a really important, you really need to memorize that. Well, I guess you don't really need to memorize that, but it'll be a lot easier if you do memorize that. And why not memorize that? I mean, it's really easy. The 1-5-6-4 pattern means that the chord revolves around the first note, the 5th note, the 6th note, and then the 4th note in that order. It's quite hard to understand at first, but you'll get a hang of it once I show you. For example, Jason Mraz's I'm Yours, as I said earlier, uses the 1-5-6-4 pattern. I'm gonna play it in G major. If it's in G major, then it's gonna be G, D, E minor, and C, alright? G, D, E minor, C. Then it goes back to G. And I'm not even kidding, this chord is used for a ton of songs. Jason Mraz's I'm Yours, Jessie J's Price Tag, Don't Stop Believing, part of Photograph, and many more. So I believe that this is going to be a very important chord if you're going to start out as a composer. In fact, if you think of 10 songs at the top of your head, I'm sure at least one of them, no, at least 3 of them will have that chord pattern. After you got the chords decided, it's time for you to pick your strumming patterns. Of course, it all depends on how you want the song's mood to be. Usually if I make upbeat songs, you can go like with that. I don't know what you call that, but for example, like that's 1564, by the way. That is 1564. For more gloomy songs, usually I actually change the chords completely, but you can also use the 1564 pattern. Here's an example. I'm gonna sing. Please forgive my voice. Honestly, you can make an entire song just by repeating those chords and just adding melody to it. But for the sake of sad songs, I'll be putting more chords. But anyway, if you want to go full on gloomy, I can show you a chord pattern that is used for almost, well, not for almost all, but for many gloomy songs. It's the 6-4-1-5 pattern. So here's how 6-4-1-5 chord pattern goes on G. It goes E minor, and then C. Afterwards you go to G, that's 1, and then 5 is D. So after you've chosen your strumming patterns and all your chords ready, you can mix them up or anything you like. You can just try it out. It'll probably work. Trust me, it's really easy. You can start putting in the melody, like for example. Okay, I'm gonna make one from the top of my head right now, so don't judge me. Okay, 1-5-6-4 pattern on G. I got it. But of course, most people tend to just use their voice as the melody, which is actually a lot easier, but yeah. Okay guys, so that's it for the video on the tutorial. So I hope you learned a little something about how to compose songs, or at least now you know. If you had no idea how to compose before, maybe now you know how to start. And of course there are other ways to compose, but at least this is how I compose. It all depends on what you're more used to. You should be open to trying new things, and that way you can compose songs easier. So thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.